Welcome, welcome, welcome to a duo session of Philly by Night. Tonight's session is entitled And Dillard Makes Three, wherein our Ventrue, Mr. Thomas Pierce, and our Toreador, Miss Samantha Vesper Nocturne, uh, get together and do a little planning before the Ventrue After-Five. The date is March 19th, 2025. As the sun dips beneath the Philadelphia skyline, we are going to start off with our Ventrue, Mr. Pierce. As the sun sets and you feel the beast quiet, you rouse from day sleep. There is a little hunger, and you decide to indulge yourself before those most holy of days, because we are rapidly. This is the last night before the blood equinox, where we lovingly call Myth Ramadan here in Philadelphia. So you summon a member of your herd, and you are able to slake your hunger back down to hunger one. As he leaves, you would be keenly aware that Drew has also left. There is a note on the counter that states she is attending one of the Grand Madame's performances this evening. Which we all know that the Grand Madame, aka Laurent D'Albert, is clearly performing somewhere tonight. Your guess is at his club. But you know that Laurent would never let anything bad happen to your young ward. As a matter of fact, the only place that she is safer than at the Haven or under your careful eye is with Laurent. What does Thomas do to prepare for the evening?
Uh, Usual. Gonna take a shower. He's probably gonna take a moment, in prayer, meditation to Vethros.
As you as you offer your nightly prayer to the sun god, you feel that kind of warmth wash over your inner wrist as that mark softly glows before it fades again, and you feel in this moment not one hand on your shoulder, but two, and a voice in your ear, calm, unassailable, unmistakable. It is the voice of your Mullah, one John James Sexton IV. Soon. And as quickly as it comes, it vanishes, leaving you with this sense that my phone is a paid actor. I am so sorry. Uh Leaving you with the sense that you are accompanied by not one presence, but two this evening. You would have already you've already worked things out with Vesper about meeting up, and but before you head out, you receive a text from Dillard, and she tells you that this evening we are to meet at the Society Hill Dance Academy. Now, I am not going to make you roll for the driving tonight because it's March. Traffic is fairly light at this time of year, and it is not difficult for you to navigate into Center City and get to the neighborhood known as Society Hill. But as you are driving around, you get the sensation that this is likely the oldest portion of the city. This is where the money lived. This is where the power lived. You could you could see yourself at one point in time rubbing elbows with the upper crust here. You make your way slowly to the Society Hill Dance Academy. And from there, we are going to pivot over to our lovely Rose this evening. Samantha, you rouse from day sleep at Hunger 3. Tell me, Samantha, who is it in your unlife that you fear the most?
Hmm. As of recently or as a whole?
As of recently.
As of recently, Laurent. She fears Laurent. She knows that he's a very powerful man. He kidnapped her and put her into a van.
It was a sedan. There was no
Was
van.
he kidnapped her and tossed her into a vehicle.
He did not that.
And took her and kind of basically thrusted her into the Camarilla. She was supposed to be in Philly, but what was supposed to be an exploration soon turned to much more things she couldn't keep up with that he knows. So she's
He
afraid of him
does.
a little bit.
As you open your eyes and you push the blush of life through your body, you see the unmistakable form of Laurent D'Albert at the end of your bed. Like a predator, like a big cat on the prowl, he begins to crawl his way inch by inch up your bed. His face dipping and swirling into other random visages before he is right up on you, eyes red, fangs bared, snarling, and as he snaps at your neck, he evaporates like so much fog on a sunny morning.
I imagine she wouldn't have been able to move.
This is it would have been akin to sleep paralysis.
Neat. Neat. Um Once she is able to move, she is doing her best to prevent herself from hyperventilating as she like every place Laurent would have touched as he was crawling his way over, like snapping at her neck. She would have started at her neck and kind of just going down, patting everything, and just a shaky, like
There
at trying.
is there is no evidence that he was even there. No handprints on the duvet cover, there is no physical harm. There is just the lingering feeling that for a brief moment you are nothing more than a tasty morsel.
Calm, cool, casual. there's a little bit of nausea that kind of permeates through her system because that was hunger, wasn't it? That was like he it looked like he was hungry.
It give me a wits and intelligence.
1 second. Three hunger, I'd imagine.
At 3 hunger, yes, because you have not had a chance to slake anything.
Oh dear. Okay.
Okay.
1 success.
It's enough. It's enough. Samantha would get the idea that this is the beast. This is that part of you that is the greed they speak of in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that only wishes to consume, to corrupt, to destroy. Now, at Hunger 3, Samantha knows that she needs to feed. So, she has a choice about her. She can get ready, and she can go down to Guilty Pleasures, where she knows it is safe to feed. Or she can try her luck at the rack.
She is going to go to the rack, especially with like every access that she's had from Guilty Pleasures. That's all through Laurent. That is all Laurent. And right now, the last thing I think she wants to see is probably Laurent.
Is Laurent. Yeah,
yeah, no
probably.
Thanks. So she's gonna get ready. She is gonna break the rules just a little bit. As she's going to tie her hair back into 2 big buns. And she's going to put on a simple black kind of dancer's attire. And she's going to pack 2 pairs of shoes in her bag. It's going to be her point shoes, and it's going to be your typical like dancing shoes for a ball.
Yeah.
If she has time, she'd like to get some practice in before everyone else shows up.
That's fair. As you were getting ready, doing your hair, all of that, you would hear your phone go off. And it is a message from Dillard that we are meeting at the Society Hill Dance Academy this evening. So once you have made your preparations, you know where to go. Now, remind me, were you in your personal haven or were you at the clan haven?
Probably Clan Haven.
So, as you exit from your room at the clan haven, the haven is just starting to become a buzzing hive of activity.
Mm-hmm.
The refugees from the Lehigh Valley are starting to settle in. You can hear kind of light conversations here and there.
Mm-hmm.
The one thing that is distinctly absent is the screeching sounds of Laurent. Normally, he would be engaged in berating someone by now.
Mm-hmm.
Though, as you make your way through the clan haven, you do see kind of the activities board and see that Laurent has a performance this evening at Guilty Pleasures and was not in the clan haven at all.
Interesting. Honestly, probably to her benefit. She probably wouldn't be able to stand him at the moment. But she'll make a note of that in case she wants to stop by later. Maybe an interesting performance. Is of the people that we had talked to at the garden party, is the guy who was kind of talking with Hawk there?
Roger? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, he's there. He's actually in one of the rooms, one of the music rooms, currently engaged in picking out what sounds to be Musetta's waltz before cursing and trying again, only to once again find himself playing Musetta's waltz. And it is this kind of vicious cycle of, no, that's not it. Play it again. Still not it. Play it again.
Would it be reasonable to say that Samantha would have had time to work on her own music?
Not since the garden party, no.
Not since the garden party. Okay, that's fair.
This has been we're on a bit of a condensed schedule until we get to the until we get to the equinox, and then we're gonna have a little bit more time between sessions. But
Okay.
we had some we had some building blocks that had to be crammed in fairly early.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, if possible, then during one of the moments where he like curses and tries to work on it, Vesper's gonna poke her head in and go, having some creative troubles?
This draws only a glower from the man. Before he turns back to his music.
Ooh.
Gotta love that Toreador obsession.
Obsession, and it's the same thing over and over again. I mean, that is the definition of insanity sometimes. Is there a whiteboard nearby?
No.
Pen and paper?
There's some pen and paper around.
She's gonna, I think she'll grab the pen and paper for just a moment, listen to what he's doing, and she's gonna quickly draw a staff. She's not gonna talk to him at all. Draw a quick quick staff, and she's going to transpose some of the notes a few octaves higher, but rearrange them to hopefully sound a little different.
And you're just going to quietly leave that for him?
Yeah, I feel like with her academics in music theory, that might be possible.
Yeah. It's definitely possible.
Okay, so yeah, she'll do that, and she'll drop the pen, she'll take the notebook, and she'll just slide the book toward him. Not enough to hit him, but definitely to be within his periphery. And she'll give him a look, and then roll her eyes and walk away.
So, as you are doing this, the beast is kind of roiling and wriggling in the back of your mind. Mm-hmm. That voice, so smooth and so sweet, almost French. It is the voice of your whip. Because the beast takes on many forms. Something you fear, something you hate. Tonight, it is something you fear. Oh, sweetling. Always so careful to help others, even at the detriment of yourself. And out you go into the night. Tonight, you find yourself roaming the streets of Philadelphia. And you... There we go. You find yourself stalking one of the lesser-known nightclubs of Philadelphia. This one does not seem to be Kindred owned, at least not from any of the front-facing iconography.
Mhm.
And you slip in, and you are able to find a man seated at the end of the bar. The wedding ring heavy and gold on his left ring finger.
Mhm.
His eyes firmly locked on a woman roughly the same age, middle-aged, dancing on the dance floor with a much younger gentleman. And it is not the chaste, friendly dancing. As she moves, you can catch the same glint of gold on her left ring finger. You approach the man. And how is it that you wish to cleave him off?
I think she would pretend that she is a regular at this club, at some of the other clubs. And it would be a simple, haven't I seen you before? I couldn't forget a face like that. And just complimenting him, feeding his ego, and just the gentlest of touches on the shoulder, forearm, trying to make contact with him.
The man almost jumps at the contact, but kind of reaches up and runs a hand through his hair. He is the paunchy, middle-aged type, thinning hair, not much one to look at, but oh, the vitae, the blood coursing through his veins smells just so sweet. And he stammers for a minute before mentioning that he is also a regular. And he'll point out to the dance floor, his wife, more accurately.
Oh, so and she'll stammer but as she tries to dance around the fact that she's pretty sure they're swingers.
Mm, you're close. You're close. No, he's a corner chair sitter.
Hmm. Hmm.
But you are young, you are vibrant, you are beautiful. You are stunning.
Mhm.
And this man's adherence to his routine falters. And he allows you to lead him off.
Mhm.
You are able to get you some sip and send him back to go sit in his corner chair and enjoy the rest of his evening.
Probably feels a little better too.
Oh, he feels much better. And as a result, you pick up a fleeting sanguine resonance.
Okay.
Yeah, because he was into all that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he was. Okay. Okay, that's cool. So just
Uh,
wild sanguine.
yup, but definitely sanguine.
Yeah, can't confuse that. Oh, today is gonna be.
So, now that you have slaked your thirst and are back down to hunger one, leaving the gentleman a little woozy, but no worse for wear. You are you going to catch the Shoe Leather Express? Are you going to tempt fate with public transit? Get an Uber? How are you getting over to Society Hill?
An Uber. Well, how is it worth getting an Uber, or is like the train right there?
It it would be worth it to get an Uber. The trains are getting to, mass transit does not run all night in Philadelphia.
Mhm.
So there is a window shortly at the beginning of the night and shortly at the end of the night that you can catch public transit, but for the most part throughout the night, public transit does not run.
Okay. Yeah, let's just grab an Uber.
Uber X or Uber Black?
Oh my god. I guess it would matter. It would matter.
It would matter.
Uh, who is she gonna go meet? Thomas? It's
Yeah.
an Uber X will suffice. If he's got a problem with it, he can pay for it.
So a relatively young looking, maybe college student, you can guess from the Drexel bumper sticker, pulls up in a Prius, takes you over to Drexel Hill, or takes you over to Society Hill,
Mhm.
and drops you off. As you get out of the car, you can already see the 1969 Impala. Or 69 or 67? 67.
67.
I apologize. Apologies to baby.
I'm not gonna do it. I do have a teenager, but
Oh,
how do you remember?
no.
Anyway,
No.
no, we're not going to do that. We are far too old and mature for that.
But it's funny to do it.
It
too.
is. I guess I
Hilarious.
wouldn't know, but anyway. So you see the 1967 Impala already in the parking lot, and you have come to know that when you see that car, Thomas is not far behind.
Yeah.
But you make your way in, and in the main dance hall, you would find Thomas and someone else. Oh, Francis, would you mind describing to Samantha what she sees?
Oh, who the hell are you to be calling me by my first name? Oh, I'm sorry. Are we no longer breaking the fourth wall?
I am the Lord thy God. I can refer to you as I please.
You think? So anyway, Samantha walks into this absolutely gorgeously dressed woman. In this case, she is wearing a purple sort of sweater dress, a fur coat, and red and black heels. She's clearly an older woman. Hair is gray, just gray-white, all of it. And she has a pair of glasses on and just starts kind of looking you up and down.
Today would be the day that Samantha does like a lighter dusting of makeup, not and her hair isn't how it normally is.
Okay. We we are gonna have some work to do.
Ah.
That wasn't a question.
Thomas, where are your manners? After
This-
all, the the rules of decorum do state that as the junior member of the clan, it is your job to make the introductions.
Well, Thomas was trying not to laugh at Samantha's reaction. Miss Dillard. This is Miss Samantha Nocturne. Samantha. This is Francis Dillard.
Did you two try to match?
Harold.
And she'll pondering Dillard's question, she's going to look at Thomas up and down and look back at Dillard. No.
Oh,
Dear God,
so
no.
simple and monochromatic was just an accidental color scheme.
It's got blue butterflies on it. I normally wear pink anyways. I decided to be out of the public eye today.
Where are we right now?
This is supposed to be private. Is it not?
I don't know why I'm explaining to a Toreador that you are never outside the public eye.
Ms. Dillard, if you would be so kind as to give me charisma and etiquette. Samantha, if you would be so kind as to give me composure and resolve.
Fine.
Yeah, do.
Where are you? There you are. Do.
Okay.
3 success. She was told to lay low, and laying low she is. Did you guys want to
She was told to lay low.
Yeah.
4 successes against the bestial fail.
Versus 3 successes.
I could crit finish my blood.
You could, but unfortunately, we are where we are now.
Sure.
Samantha, you're going to take 2 willpower damage.
2?
One for being insulted, and an extra 1 for being insulted in front of a coterie mate. Welcome to Minnesota Nice.
She didn't quite care for Minnesota on her tour. Last she remembered.
Right, so neither of you is planning to wear that basic black bullshit to the After-Five, right?
I assure you I have something else picked out for tomorrow.
And if I remember correctly, you picked something out for me, right?
And there's color?
I was going to wear pink originally, but I thought that might be a bad idea.
Well, that depends on a number of factors. For example, Mr. Pierce tends to like to stay out of, what did you call it, the public eye? But that's the opposite of what he should be doing for a young Ventrue who was just given 2 massive awards. He
Oh,
should be being an upstart and trying to gather attention.
congratulations, Pierce. And yeah, it's the golf clapping. Very proud of you. What was it for?
Destroying a member of the Sabbat.
And a Samitsi to boot. The coveted Order of the First Night and Order of the Second Night.
Right.
Oh,
So there will be color in your attire, Mr. Pierce.
I assure you it's not all black.
Are you going for like the yellow gold? Or are we going more classic Ventrue blue?
I was going to go with more blue.
Right. And what is it you are trying to do with your look, Ms. Nocturne?
she was enjoying the back and forth between you. So when it turns back to Dillard, she's gonna be like, oh, I mean, I'm supposed to have my hair into pigtails. They were weighing me down, so I pulled them up into little buns. Maybe I could do the buns again, and then that lovely ensemble you picked out for me. Purple, I think, is adjacent to pink, so I don't think it would hurt.
As you can see, I'm a huge fan of purple.
Clearly,
It's a very regal color.
it's a lovely outfit. She's really trying not to say not my style, but it's lovely.
Oh,
Okay. Okay, Samantha. I see you. Samantha. Okay.
Oh no.
Go ahead and give me a charisma and etiquette.
did you want me to do the other role?
No. No, not on this one.
Okie dokie.
I feel like that means it doesn't matter what I roll, it's not gonna be enough.
We handle things a little bit differently one way versus the other.
4.
Dillard, would 4 out of 5 successes be enough to placate Ms. Dillard's impeccable sense of etiquette? Like, the girl is trying. She might not be trying well, but she is trying.
We'll go with meets it barely acceptableness, because Dillard's got 4 dots in just etiquette.
Okay. So, while it does not necessarily register as an insult, there is that kind of eyebrow raise.
Well, no. See, some of us know how to dress for various occasions.
There might just be a mismatch in the types of occasions.
Yeah.
It's not very often that I find myself in rooms with suits. I prefer crowds.
You prefer what?
Crowds. I work with fans, people that come from all walks of life. Not the elite.
Oh.
And
So you think we're all one note, then?
I never said that.
Is that not what you just said?
No. I said I work with crowds of people that come from all walks of life. I meant it.
Yes, but there was that implied as the storyteller. I'm giving this one to Dillard.
Yeah, that's completely fine. Dillard's absolutely right.
Do you think that Mr. Pierce and myself have anything in common?
Yes, I think so. Are you both not of the same family?
Different bloodlines who approach ruling in radically different ways.
So it doesn't matter if you guys are a part of the same family because there's separate
Bloodlines, lineages.
Okay, I see.
Samantha, that is something that you would be passingly familiar with.
Mhm.
Dante did go over kind of the different bloodlines in Clan Toreador.
Right.
Specifically, descendants of Michael, descendants of Helena, but
Mhm.
like didn't really go that much deeper into it.
Mhm.
Like, you have your clan, and inside of that clan, certain kindred are descended from different elder kindred.
Right.
And that those Methuselah that you are descended from can tend to impact one's personality in unlife.
Mhm. It's not so much that she doesn't understand that the Ventrue have their own separate bloodlines and lineages. It's more so that as she has seen in this city and what she's heard, they paint the Toreador with such a wide brush. It only makes sense for her to be like, well, yeah, you guys have something in common. You're Clan Ventrue, as I am Clan Toreador.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a little, what's it called?
Just that
Naive.
little dig. Little naive
Yeah,
dig.
little
Yeah.
naive. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You and Mr. Pierce have more in common than myself and Mr. Pierce. You're in the same coterie, right? As well as being around the same age.
She's gonna look at with the first one. She's like holding it back, and at the same age, because Thomas looks visibly older than
Thomas looks
Samantha,
like
right?
he's in his mid-30s, a very fit mid-30s, but
But yeah, mid-30s, you know.
Oh. No, that is it. That elicits like a gasp. Like, no, 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 no. God knows how old he is. No, no.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Pierce. I didn't realize she was still new enough to think the flesh suit mattered.
yeah, she's seems to be pretty young.
Brand new by your estimate, Dillard.
I mean, I've been around, but yes, I've only.
Apparently not polite company.
Yeah, no, I give you that one. The Camarilla is anew. It's an adjustment. But we're trying. We're giving it a
Oh,
shot.
you're one of those.
I don't know what that means.
I'll bet you and our prince get along hunky-dory then, huh?
She was sweet. She was a little terrifying, but she was sweet.
Oh, yes, I can agree with the terrifying.
Yeah, she was lovely. I mean, she kept the mask on the whole time. She was sweet.
Right. Did we already have the outfit delivered?
ST?
Um,
Oh dear God.
there likely would have been a package waiting for you at the Clan Haven. Yes.
Yes, it did get delivered. I had to slip out back and didn't have the time to put it on, unfortunately. But I'm sure I could find like a tailor or something, you know, if it doesn't.
Oh, there's no need for that. I imagine left and right got your measurements correct.
And
They've been
she's
doing this a while.
right, you know, just
For those that are not in the know, there are fan sites that exist that list celebrities' current height, weight, and dress sizes. There are people that obsess about this kind of thing to a very unhealthy degree. So it is clear that without ever taking tailor tape to you, Vesper, that Dillard's confidence that your measurements are correct
Mhm.
speaks to that unhealthy obsession with celebrity that the wider world has.
She had mentioned it in their conversations, and there's gonna be some resounding doubt in her mind because, you know, who knows how accurate people actually are from a distance? Like, probably not. She's never actually looked at these fan sites. Like, she's scrolled across them, gone, ew, and scrolled away. But, like, okay, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. She still has doubt.
Hmm. Now, are you just planning on being you?
Who else would I want to be? And
That depends. Are you hoping to be taken seriously?
I would like to think I'm taken seriously now.
I
Not
am
too
a bit
well.
of an I am a bit of an oddity.
I'm sure it suits you well.
Most Ventrue would get the very juvenilely covered insults. And have your head off.
Metaphorically.
I was going to say,
Like, this would not register to Samantha as a threat. This would register to Samantha as a statement of fact.
okay, so maybe my mouth can get me in trouble from time to time.
Have you studied any etiquette?
had some PR training. I didn't say I was the most PR coachable, but I've had PR training.
There is a wide swath of difference between what you can say to a fan who might remember it for as long as the kind remember things, and how you deal with a room full of individuals who are so obsessed with the rules that they make up new ones all the time.
That sounds miserable. How do you guys live like that? Not being able to be free to do anything? And she's like a look between the two, just incredulous. Like, are you kidding me?
After all, you should probably fill her in, Mr. Pierce. We all know how women can be.
Of course you heard about that. You know, one can grow and learn from their mistakes.
Tell me, Thomas, do they?
It's called a callback, and they are classy as fuck.
Depends on the woman. You have a certain way about you.
Oh. Wow. Thomas. I really wish I had a dictionary. I'd have to flip through so many pages to find the word suave and list your photo as an antonym. Holy Mother of God. How have you survived your family? I thought you were the type to, like, I don't know, perish in those wilderness camps or something?
Well, see, the difference is he knows when to shut up.
I'm tempted to call for a roll on that one. But you know what? No. This is too much fun.
We were just tossing shit everywhere. Everyone's got the ball at some point.
So
apparently doesn't know when to shut up enough. She's gonna glower at him.
Oh no, but he's learning.
He is learning, and he hasn't had to get fan whapped. So, like, you know.
He also wasn't exactly specific about what kind of woman. She just said she has a way about her. He didn't point out what kind of way it was.
Sometimes it's not in what you say, but how you say it.
She just read whatever she wanted to read into that.
I mean, well, you know how roses can be.
It's a callback, and they're classy.
But
she absolutely believes, though, that Thomas has said that, and he didn't deny it.
Oh yeah, no. There is that rumor has ridden around the city several times, announcing its presence. This is not even something that's up for debate anymore. He absolutely said it. The context might be a little muddy, but it is absolutely words that Thomas has said and does not deny it. Like, yeah, I said it. I'm trying not to be that guy anymore, but I absolutely said that thing.
There is a little bit of hate that, like, Vesper's plucking out. She's got some restraint.
I mean, yeah, I see your composure and resolve score. There is some restraint there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But, Thomas, it would occur to you that the three-way sniping, while it's fun, is likely not doing anyone any favors. And one of the reasons that you asked for Dillard's presence this evening was to help your coterie mate better be able to navigate the polities that is Clan Ventrue.
Yes. Thomas is going to turn to Dillard and as you can see, I think we have some work to do tonight.
I thought I was here to teach you how to dance, Mr. Two Left Feet.
No reason why we can't do that and teach you how to behave.
Well, teach you how to behave. Thomas, give for me, please, a charisma and etiquette. You may not add your specialty. Samantha, I need a composure and resolve.
Thomas, God help you if she does not pass this roll.
God help you.
You too.
Ooh. Oh. Do you want to use a willpower, either one of you?
Yes. Yes, because the alternative is much nastier.
I would just use reroll failures.
Yep.
Okay.
3 successes.
Okay, let's go.
God.
Okay.
Help you, Thomas.
3-2. So, Vesper, what is your snappy comeback to Thomas's comment on teaching you how to behave? Oh,
Yeah.
it's 3-3.
It's
Okay,
3-3.
so there will be no willpower damage. But what is your snappy comeback to that?
That could have cut really deep if she wasn't already prepared. So she's going to look him dead in the eyes and go, "No wonder your girlfriend left you."
Ho.
Come again?
How to behave? No wonder you were listening to sad music in the car. Denial is a river in Egypt, babe. She probably left you because you were an ass.
I'll admit, yes, I am an asshole. But I was listening to the music in my car,
Uh-huh.
and that album happens to have power ballads on it. And you happen to be in the car at the same time.
Okay, yeah. Uh-huh. Sure.
And I haven't actively dated anyone.
Now, what Thomas doesn't know is that Toreador loved nothing more than rumors and scandals. And the story of the disgraced Toreador that had been ushered out of the city at the behest of leadership, regardless of what the truth might be, has been spread like wildfire through the Coterie Haven, or through the Clan Haven. So, yes, that is a good point. Now is a very good time to check in. Okay. Okay. Um. So, Thomas, it is clear that there is some version of the story that Samantha has received that might not be entirely accurate, but that actually plays to your benefit because you can see it for what it is. Samantha is lashing out, trying to find pain points. She is trying to score those quick, easy points. And on another night, when you were less emotionally prepared, she may just have scored those easy points. Because what happened to Catherine, to your mind, was unfair at best. Again, regardless of what the truth of the matter may be. But you never truly considered her your girlfriend or your lover or your partner or anything like that. You were coterie mates who had some
History.
form of romantic entanglement at one point in time. But that time has come and gone. So this kind of glides off of you like so many other juvenile taunts would have, especially back in Chicago. Um, and Dillard, seeing your young protege and this Rose that he is working with sniping at each other, how is that making you feel? Do you step in?
Oh, so that isn't going to work.
Just turn over.
If I have it clocked correctly, you tend to be an individual who can talk for 3 days and say absolutely nothing.
That's one of my abilities, yes.
That's really not going to work. I think you should try a different approach.
The complete opposite direction in Thomas's oh so eloquent words to behave and keep my mouth quiet.
I didn't say keep your mouth quiet. I said behave.
The
Which
Ventrue
really-
tend to take a dim view of their time being wasted. So, if anything, the polite cover-ups and continued rambling will probably insult them further.
If I remember correctly, we're not going because I want to. I'm surviving this.
So, you don't want to survive it well, then?
Vesper, you're getting the idea that you're saying it's my job to survive this. And Dillard is saying, yes, and it's my job to see that you have all the tools you need to survive it. Because you are not going to survive it as you stand. Like, your intelligence and wit scores are high enough that like you're picking up, especially like your insight score and your awareness score, like you're picking up what Dillard's laying down. Like you're going, well, I'm just trying to survive. And Dillard's like, yeah, and it's my job to make sure that you do.
Yeah. And her shoulders are kind of rolled upwards, and she'll just take a false breath and lower them. Surviving it well is ideal. If I can get something out of it, that would be even better.
the last 2 princes of Philadelphia have been Ventrue. There is still quite a lot that can be gained by being considered good company.
And what does your family consider good company?
Utility.
Utility.
Is that not how all of us maintain position?
And Vesper will stare at Dillard for a second, look down like she's trying to remember something. That is how all kindred, I guess, survive, by being used.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why would you think that wouldn't apply here?
My type of utility, I don't think is the same type of utility that your family has.
So, does that make you less useful? I mean, a Ventrue's gonna Ventrue. A Ventrue crush submission and ambition alike. But a worthy challenge? Utility and talent? A young, malleable kindred on the make? Worth their weight in gold. You don't have to be used. You just have to look like someone who is willing to be.
She'll rub her temple a little bit because this sounds vaguely familiar.
It sounds vaguely familiar. But again, as the storyteller, I'm going to throw you a little bone here. It is just different enough. Dante had rammed into your head that these suits, they want the vapid, the brain goes pop pop, bright pink.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be sold the fantasy that you are wholly and completely malleable.
Mm-hmm.
But for Dante, it was never about the fantasy. It was about being malleable.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Dillard is approaching it from a slightly different angle. Let them believe what it is they wish to believe. Use that to your advantage. Which is not all that dissimilar from advice that Laurent has given you. Let them see what they want. Do not bother to correct them if they have a preconceived notion. Utilize that to your advantage. Do not rush to correct the record, because in your rush to make the killing blow, you often find yourself on unsure footing.
As demonstrated here.
As perfectly demonstrated here. And you feel that advice kind of wash over you. Because standing before you is an older woman within Clan Ventrue who has attained not just any status, but one of the most powerful kindred in the city. The Chancellor Herald is the rumor monger, the accountant. They are the ones that have their finger on the pulse of everything. Every rumor, every secret, every backdoor deal goes through them. They are equal parts accountant and spy master. If there is someone in this city who knows how to deal with the Ventrue, it is this Ventrue. You have been availed a resource. How you use it is up to you.
As that washes over her. Oh, good.
No, we're just a little robot-y.
Oh, am I better now?
No. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pause things so we can do a better check. All right, we got all our technical issues sorted out.
Lisandra got the ST.
Yeah, the Lasombra got me. But so you were saying, Vesper, as this information is kind of washing over you?
There's a little bit of a light dusting of her cheeks because it's kind of embarrassment in a little shame. Like she's made a little bit of an ass of herself as that advice kind of just hits her in the chest. She's like, She's unsure of what to do next. And so she's just going to look between Thomas and she's going to look at Chancellor Dillard and go, I see your point. And that's it.
Thomas, vindication!
Too much now.
Because you have not, to my knowledge anyway, told Vesper to just stand still and look pretty and keep her mouth shut. While your delivery might have been a bit brisk and just a touch misogynistic, it was well-meaning, even if it was not well delivered. And as Samantha says, I see what you mean. There is that moment where the beast in the back of your mind kind of purrs. Because you're a Ventrue. You know how to deal with your family. You were right. And hearing the Rose say that you were right just gives you that little bit of, We are dealing with this through the lens of each character. Hearing the Rose say that you and Dillard both made a point, and that you were, for all intents and purposes, right, does fill you with a bit of satisfaction. Not too much, but a little bit. And it is in this moment that you realize that, okay, you have dealt with Toreador in the past. And on the whole, most of them are insufferable. There's a few good ones sprinkled in, but on the whole, the clan has a way about them. But this one seems a little different. At least capable of acknowledging flaw. You may proceed.
So, how did you intend to alter?
As painful as it might be, I was thinking of taking Hawk's approach. A little bit of wallflower. I mean, it's not my style in the slightest, but sometimes
So,
silence has its perks.
why immediately pivot to something you admit is not a strength?
Well, I mean, you did just say that me, as I am, doesn't suit this type of party. Why not adjust? If
And
only
I
for a night.
imagine if you are talking about Hawk Castile,
Yes, my other coterie mate.
if you all wallflower, how are you supposed to get any information?
I think there was someone who said a long time ago that when your mouth is closed, that your ears tend to be more open. So something like that, maybe.
You did just admit that the cessation of speaking is not a strong suit.
It is not, but I think it's more painful to talk to people that I have very little common ground with.
How do you know you have very little in common with all of them?
Touche. Not all of them, but on the whole, in my experience, you guys reside in towers and business offices, and that is everything I'd never want to
Do you have internet access?
be. Oh God, she didn't check social media today. Ooh, oh, she needs to do that. Oh no. And she'll just clap her hands and smile. I do.
Do you have any idea who I am outside this room?
Would she?
Um,
I don't think she would.
Now, if I'm correct, Dillard is the mask name.
Dillard is her name, but she uses Francis Dillard in both places.
Okay. You,
Given how much she would travel, apologies, given how much she would travel in the sphere of influence she possesses, or they both possess.
I would say that you have individuals under your label have been mentioned a time or two on programs that Dillard produces,
Mhm.
but it's mostly been, the moral decay of America, things like that, because Dillard traffics in the more conspiratorially minded right wing circles, the more conservative online media. So the name would ring bells, but you would not be entirely familiar.
So, okay, she'll pause. She'll kind of look down, like she's like look down and around, like she's trying to find the information in her skull. And she'll go, "It sounds familiar. They were talking about it back at the label headquarters years ago. But would you mind reminding me? I travel often."
I have something like 50 million listeners a day.
Oh,
Every day.
oh, is it like radio or
Yes.
It was once.
okay? I don't know how much I listen to the radio, admittedly.
Now it's more like a podcast setup.
And she'll pause, because that does sound familiar. Are you a podcast, bro?
Well, I used to be on talk radio, but things have just changed so fast in the last few decades.
Right. Ew, wait a minute. Sorry, I don't mean to insult your work, but like Francis Dillard? Like what's that name? The name of the It's not coming to me.
Yeah, I am that Francis Dillard.
I can't say I'm a fan of your work. Ew, but congratulations on 50 million listeners. That's dedication. Oh my god, I thought that you would be like, what's his name? Like Alex Jones or uh god, what's his name?
That idiot hasn't figured out how not to be sued. I
True.
have better recall of the law than that.
True. I'm certain within your niche you are leaps and bounds ahead. I don't know much about that niche other than your interests niche. Other than you guys talk about us like a lot. Like it's a little concerning. I think it's like Joe Rogan, Alex Jones, whatever his name is. Can't stop to can't stop attacking not only like us, but quite literally anyone in our sphere. Like that's got to be boring. It's got to be, isn't it? I mean, unless you actually
It's a
believe
way,
that stuff.
it's a way to make sure I'm never hungry.
Would Samantha know about their about the Ventrue and their palates, their sensitive tummies?
No.
Okay. Yeah, okay. She would just look at that and go, that's a choice. I don't know if it's I mean I did it's not one that I would typically choose on a night, but yeah, smart.
Oh, well, some of us are given far more options than others.
Was that not a choice? Or
You would be. Samantha would be aware that some kindred are not able to eat from such a wide variety of people.
mm-hmm.
Like there's hunting styles and everybody has their own. They tend to evolve over time.
Right.
But as far as like you would have met individuals that have prey exclusions
Mm-hmm.
that just they simply cannot eat from a particular group.
Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. So, but do you believe any of the things that you say?
Do you think I do?
I just met you today. What, Chancellor?
Chancellor Harold, yes.
Chancellor Harold. Apologies. I don't know what to think of you yet.
Does it sound like I believe it on the show? Because that's really all that matters.
I think if I listened to it, I'd have an opinion. I don't. But, oh, sorry. I
Right.
see.
The show is what matters.
The show is what matters. That's true.
Samantha.
Yeah.
Please give me a wits and insight.
What's insight? Specialty desire?
Not on this one.
Okay.
Thomas, you can feel free to make the same roll if you like.
Vibe check, Dillard.
This is more to see if you're picking up what she's laying down.
You said wits and insight.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Wow.
Adventure of
Thankfully,
the Corridor.
thankfully, that I had already set the difficulty as low as I possibly could. So, meets it, beats it. You both get the you both get the understanding of what Dillard is laying down. That it is what you believe is wholly immaterial. It just doesn't matter. What they perceive becomes your reality. If they see you as young, naive, talented, but malleable, that is how they are going to treat you. If they see you as hyphy, opinionated, and mouthy, that is how they are going to treat you. You've also kind of gotten the idea that, but Samantha specifically, between Dillard and Thomas, you've gotten the idea that the Ventrue, it can be said fairly unanimously across the clan that the Ventrue are braggarts. They like to hear about them. They don't give a shit about you. They will never care about you. They like talking about themselves. Do with that information what you will.
Samantha isn't gonna say anything, but you can see as her face like twists into just discomfort or just disgust, understanding, confusion, and it just kind of cycles.
Okay.
No biting comment then.
She'll pull out a nail file. Was I expected to have one?
Well, you have thus far.
You do tend to go back and forth between snarky comments and long sullen silences. So what's it going to be? Snarky comment, or long sullen silence?
Sullen, no. Long, perchance. Silence, yeah, absolutely. She doesn't know what to say. That's
Here is a
Dillard
good
has-
spot. Here's a good spot to call for another check-in. Good, 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 good. As you were.
It's true. As a family, we tend to stick mostly to ourselves, but that's at least partially because who else is going to put up with us?
If I had to take a guess, your own family?
Oh, oh no. No. Oh, my sweet summer child. No.
Okay.
We're insufferable even to ourselves. That's why we have so many rules.
Okay, so you guys have rules to keep your own selves in check. That must mean that you guys are capable of great things.
Oh, well, one recent prince ended up annihilating the entire court with hunters. She also burned out large swaths of the city. So the undesirables wouldn't have a place to go. And that was all in the name of, I don't know, strength or something.
Oh,
And then the following prince decided that he was going to take on a hunter cell alone. And, well, let's just say that didn't go particularly well.
right. The current prince's the current prince's once was husband. So the one before that was a she, you said. So okay. You guys utilize hunters, we hide from them. Or I guess in the late prince's take on, or previous prince, yeah, take them on. Is that how he? Huh. And she just kind of
Oh,
develops
yes,
him.
I would say capable of great things. But greatness and insanity are two sides of the same coin. And I think the only folk who go a lot closer than we do are the loony ones.
Well, who do you guys consider the loony ones?
Oh, Samantha, you would know the lunatics well.
Oh, okay. I thought it was talking about within the family.
No, more kindred society as a whole.
Okay, never mind then. She's like, does Thomas have any comment?
I mean, yeah, Thomas.
Tell me I'm wrong, Thomas.
Dillard did just get done throwing a bit of shade at your mala. The man who purportedly was able to bask in the light of the sun and suffer no ill effects. If the rumors can be believed, after all. Also, not just your mala, but your Potter.
Unfortunately, tell me it isn't true.
Uh, okay, I missed it. I had a word text.
Oh, so Dillard had mentioned how Burke used hunters to clear out the old court, and then talked about how John had decided to single-handedly take on a hunter cell and how it ended poorly for him. So greatness and insanity are two sides of the same coin.
And the only folks who flip that coin more often are the lunatics.
And I suppose some of our family get a little too intense, one way or the other. Former prince, well, that I know, was protecting the people. He was protecting the city.
You see? Intense. That's good PR.
Intense.
That's certainly one way of putting it.
It tends to read better than batshit insane.
Thomas, I'm going to need you to roll me a composure and resolve on that one.
Mm.
That was a direct shot at John.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was.
In.
That is uncomfy. You do not care for it. Because that was a direct shot at someone you consider to be a great figure in your unlife. Someone who, despite your transgression the moment you entered his city, offered you grace in the form of house arrest instead of public castigation. Who did not see fit to punish you too harshly for any failings that other Ventrue would have simply run you out of town or removed your head from your shoulders for. A man that you consider to be a great mentor and a local leader of your faith. And to hear him called batshit crazy, even obliquely, yeah, that stings. That does not feel good.
Mr. Sexton is very intense. But I wouldn't call him crazy. He intensely cares for the people of this city and to protect them. To suggest otherwise, other deficits applied to his passion for his city, it's ridiculous.
Have you ever sat down and had a conversation with his wife?
I haven't got to spend much time with her now.
I suggest, if you want a fuller version of the man that he is, that you do so.
Samantha, go ahead and give me a wits and insight.
I was just about to ask a question.
Ask your question.
No, it's fine. You said wits and insight.
Yeah. You can still ask your question, though.
Samantha was going to look over to Chancellor Harold Dillard. Since you would know better than either of us would you say that this late Prince Sexton is scarier than current Prince Sexton?
No. More powerful, certainly. But the worst thing Mr. Sexton could do to you is end your own life.
That's pretty scary.
It is a favorite saying of the current prince that death is a mercy.
2 successes on that one.
Okay. Yeah. You would absolutely be able to piece together from what Dillard is saying that, while, yes, John is a terrifying man. He's very powerful. He ruled this city like a lion. And when the lion is hungry, he eats. But she is telling the truth when she says the worst he can do to you is end your own life. No matter how painfully that might be, that is still the worst that he can do. Which means that in saying that Prince Alicia is scarier, what the fuck can she do? If it's scarier than facing the final death, what is she capable of?
The only thing Vesper has is her imagination, and it's not that expansive.
Oh, we have such sights to show you.
So she's gonna look at Chancellor Harold Dillard and just go,
Despite the not very subtle shade, I liked the man too. Helped him with his coup, even.
Now it's starting to click into place. The Ventrue that was destroyed, Prince Burke, was deposed and destroyed by John. He did not ascend to the throne. He took it with bloodied hands.
what the fuck is this city made of?
Oh, Philadelphia? Philadelphia is the city that birthed Fuck Around and Find Out.
And she's gonna slowly turn and stare over at Pierce, because there's no way he had no idea. There's no way.
Oh, Thomas has heard the stories. Thomas has heard the stories whispered in the halls of Elysium. He's heard the stories whispered in the Mithraeum. There are those in this city that look to John like a god. Now the question is Thomas one of them?
You heard Ms. Dillard, Prince before John Sexton was insane, using hunters. Why should that stand?
And Vesper, you're getting the idea that Okay, yes, Prince Burke was insane. Working with hunters, that is all kinds of dangerous. And last you checked, a big no-no in our society.
No matter what side you're on.
Yup, that is literally how the Second Inquisition was born. That's how the First Inquisition was born. Kindred using hunters against one another. That is how the Inquisitions were born. That is why these modern knights are as dangerous as they are. But for a man to decide, no, that's unacceptable, and wage bloody war in the streets to eliminate and depose a court himself is another kind of insanity.
Everybody sucks here. Everyone's fucking insane. Everyone's insane here. And like,
Well, Virgil seems to have a good head on his shoulders.
no the fuck. Sorry, I'm so sorry. She's just gonna sit there like both temples as she stares at both of them. Okay. So we're gonna I'm going to take that. Set it to the side for now. Surviving tomorrow night. Because I imagine that's not, we don't talk about that at your after fives. That's like a no conversation, right, Thomas?
Shockingly enough, it might be considered good etiquette.
Thomas,
After all, Prince Sexton is Ventrue.
Thomas, you would know based on board meetings and the like that John's dignitas is considered unassailable in this city.
A bloody coup is considered polite talk because it came from one of you. Your family, apologies.
I mean, not quite the stuffed-shirted corpos you were expecting, are we?
No. No, this is
A different beast, huh?
I don't, Vesper's kind of toddling between, does she miss the corpo talk because this is another league of fucking insane? Like the other regular, she'll say this in character, is just the regular corpo talk is banal at worst. It's a minefield. This is a minefield.
Now you're getting it.
After all, the Clan of Kings have done great things in this city. Monstrous, many of them, but great.
I'm brushing up on my history, but I and she's tripping. She is tripping over her words. I'm sure I've seen it. I have reaped the benefits of their hard work. And I have ever
That
so
sounded painful.
No,
But you managed to do it without taking any willpower damage. There's hope.
So stroke their egos.
But not the way you would stroke a fellow artist's ego, is what I'm saying.
And let them talk.
Yes. Allowing them to speak first will show a measure of respect for proceedings, whether you actually feel that way or not, and will help you know how to deal with the particular Ventrue in question.
Particular Ventrue in question. Was there any name of significance that was on the invite?
Oh, yes. You were invited by the praetor of Clan Ventrue, Edward Caldwell.
Ah,
Well, the invite said director of the Philadelphia Board of Trustees. You would not be aware of the title of praetor. Thomas, you would. You know who the new praetor is.
I think she'd be aware of the fact that that's a title that exists. She doesn't know anything about that, the social club. She doesn't know anything about the Good Old Boys Club. So she's like, on the subject of that, who?
Whichever Ventrue happens to be there. Many of us will be. After all, it is not terribly common that we get to socialize with some of our younger cousins and city dignitaries. And anybody who's anybody will be keeping an ear to the ground. Well, if they're smart.
As it pertains to how did the invite put it? The chosen or something by the prince. Is that right? And she'll look over to him.
City leadership's hand selected.
Yeah, city leadership's hand selected. What does that mean? And she's gonna look over at Thomas.
I don't remember what the phrasing of the invite was.
Let me see here. I might have to scroll back up a little bit in our chat to find it, but okay, I might have to scroll up a lot in our chat to find it. It's fine. I should have pinned it. That's my fault. Let's see.
If you hadn't gotten any recently, it's water time. Hydration station.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Let's take this moment to get hydrated. Gun to your head. Spit a Birdman verse.
Stop.
Richer than the richest. We certified getting it. CM, YM, cash money business. Higher than the ceiling. Fly like a bird. Wow. We talk A lot.
Don't get him. Maybe we'll lose you.
Oh, that's easy. Wipe me down.
That's a feature.
Ah, here it is. You are cordially invited to attend an after-five at the Pyramid Club, 1 Liberty Place. Please attend no later than 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and observe business casual attire. We look forward to meeting the hand-picked team from city leadership. Humbly, Edward Caldwell, Director of the Philadelphia Board of Trustees.
Okay, it's us. We're the handpicked.
And I placed it in our studio chat so you can kind of read through and parse if you need to.
Thank you. And you can see that Vesper is like biting her tongue. Like the hand-picked team from city leadership just right. So did they make an exception for us to socialize with them? I would imagine your family business stays within the family.
Typically, yes.
So what could be so special about us other than the person what could be so special about us other than somebody with a title in the city chose us? To warrant such an exception. Are they trying to get dirt on us?
Everyone is always trying to get dirt on everyone else.
Not I. No, I'd love to collaborate.
I bet you do. How'd your last collab go?
Ooh, watch your mouth. Mumbles in her head. Anyways, but no, she does say that like the only way that we can be better as Kindred is if we work together, don't we? Is that always under duress or blackmail?
Ooh, Dillard, that's kind of sounding like that's sounding a little familiar, isn't it?
Is it? Is that how the Toreador run their businesses?
What? No. No. We tend to collaborate. Typically, contracts are just formalities.
Oh, so you're saying you trust every single member of your family in this
Oh
city?
dear God, no! I can trust them as far as I could throw them, and I don't have a throwing arm. You see, they're
You
very
could probably
strict.
throw that twink pretty far.
Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down? You know how many twinks I've seen in this city?
That are
It's
Toreador?
oh, that are Toreador. Okay, no, that does well. It kind of could narrow it down. But yeah, I mean,
You are aware of exactly 2 twinks in the Coterie Haven or in the Clan Haven right now.
and even more if you expand it to outside of the Toreador. We are, I guess, we are one of the clans known for twinks. But no, I wouldn't trust many of them. But the spirit of collaboration isn't it important to take risks sometimes? That's what your
Why
family does, right?
don't you go ask that Vichy bastard?
Who?
Samantha, do you understand your history? Like, world history?
Probably vaguely. I just didn't hear the word.
Vichy.
Vichy. Oh, I don't know if she would be that familiar.
Okay. Thomas, how's your World War II history knowledge?
Uh, hold up. He has probably heard stories from Nono and Nona.
So, you would know that the Vichy government of France, were known collaborators when the Nazis came and occupied France. So, putting two and two together, you would the direct implication is that Laurent was once a collaborator. That is what Dillard is implying here.
You can't collaborate with everyone, especially when the others are actively conspiring against you.
Is that not every kindred?
Yes. We just tend to be more honest about it.
Though, Samantha, I would say that in your time in Philadelphia, there are kindred in this city that don't feel like they are working against you. If anything, there are at least a small handful of kindred that do seem as though they are working in your best interest, at least within the city.
Mhm.
So take that for what you will.
She tosses that out, and when she gets that response, she'll be like, "Yeah, that." Like she'll shrug, kind of conceding the point because yeah, she knows she's not entirely right in that. Not with, quite frankly, how nicely she's been treated. Um, and I'll yield the floor to Thomas. And she just thinks.
Thomas, your response?
I did not hear exactly what she said, so I did not know that was directed towards me.
Samantha had said, isn't every kindred trying to conspire against you? Which was only half-hearted.
Though Dillard did wholeheartedly agree with the sentiment.
It is generally best to assume that most are. Not everyone. In a coterie, one would hope that your fellow coterie mates are not conspiring against you. But outside of that, it is generally best to assume that they are likely conspiring against you.
So we're going in knowing that we're going in knowing that the deck is stacked against us. I assume with the invite, this person has power, favor, resources, and probably a much tighter lip.
Thomas, are you going to break down what a praetor is for Vesper?
No.
Okay.
I don't see why he would, at least not at
Well,
this moment.
she's kind of she's trying to piece out that like this Caldwell fellow is clearly somebody who has like pull and power and favor within the city. So I didn't know if Thomas would volunteer the information of like, yeah, he's kind of like the biggest deal in the clan in the city, or if he would
Okay.
just kind of.
And on that wavelength, yes. Within the family, yes, I would say he is rather important.
So not only would he be important to functions in the city as it is, but especially for you, since she'll make a gesture.
Yes, specifically to me and Ms. Dillard, yes.
Well, you did say it. You did say that coteries are supposed to be helpful to one another.
Or at least not actively destructive.
Or at least not actively distracting, right? So I guess if it'll help you, then help you, and it'll help me too. Playing nice. I guess letting them talk about themselves. And giving just enough to wait for them to be interesting. Is that what that is? To dangle myself?
Just kind of putting some thought into it is really what I needed you to do. You thought you were walking into a room full of stuffed shirted corpos. You seem to be having some difficulty now that I assure you that is not what you'll be walking into.
Wise and correct, Chancellor Harold. This is out of my league.
In the same way that I imagine a toreador would caution anyone going to a toreador party that the clan is not a monolith.
And there'll just be a crack of a smile as she recalls when she tried to give Hawk some information about the rose party. Yeah. I mean, he didn't. I think he listened. I didn't pay too much attention to him, but I think he survived.
Oh, if rumors are to be trusted, he did well enough, has some eyes on him.
Okay.
Just saying, it's not really going to go anywhere if you treat them all like they're all CEOs. Because we are not. You need to remember that the Ventrue symbol is both a sword and a scepter.
Rulers and also warriors.
That is generally who uses a sword, yes.
I love Dillard's sass. Your Honor, she's perfect.
I'm sorry. I wasn't ready for it. Yes, you wouldn't see me wielding a sword anytime soon.
Oh, I hear your cousin does that fairly well.
Are you talking about the whip?
I mean, yes, but to a greater extent, someone else. Did you say, are you talking about the whip out loud?
Yes, my whip.
Okay.
Oh, no. Probably couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag. That bodyguard he's got, though.
Oh!
Rumor has it she is quite knowledgeable.
I think was her name. Was it Elena?
No, but kind of.
Kay. I think that's her name.
Yep. That'd be the one.
Yeah, he screams at her a lot. So she has to be doing something right. I don't think I'll have time to meet with her anytime soon, but good to know. Good to know that she wields swords. But
now that thing about Ventrue, though, kind of gives you pause. Because Thomas is clearly not the corpo type.
and if
which
he isn't
means-
scepter.
And how does that make Samantha feel about her coterie mate in this moment?
Oh, she thought the medals were participation trophies at first.
Thomas, are you wearing your awards tonight, or are those back at the Haven?
I might have them on for Dillard.
So, Samantha, you would see on his lapel, on Thomas's lapel, a brooch in the shape of a silver sword. There are several sockets that would accept gems, and the first two sockets are filled with gems. There are another 3 sockets that are currently empty.
She knows it's for killing a Sabat and killing a Zamitzi.
You can guesstimate based on what was said this evening that that's probably what that was for, considering you now know that Ventrue do so love their awards.
Mm-hmm.
You found out that Thomas killed a Zamitzi Zabat, and knowing that there are Ventrue who wield the scepter and Ventrue who wield the saber, and Thomas is clearly not the scepter just yet.
He is one that wields the saber. And she'll look at him. It's calculating and it's hesitation. Like there's like a subtle shift of, oh shit.
That subtle shift of, oh, I might have been wrong about this person.
Or she'd mouthed off to someone who could be pretty dangerous to her in one form or another.
It's safe to assume that this man took down one of the most dangerous individuals in the, like, one of the most dangerous clans of the Sabat.
Mm-hmm.
Someone that you were always told, if you ever encounter, just run away.
Mm-hmm.
And this man killed one.
Mm-hmm.
Not just killed one, but killed one and lived to tell the tale.
Mm-hmm. She is. And she mouthed off to him and tried to hurt his feelings.
Multiple times. Yes, multiple times. Since the moment y'all met.
He could still be a mouthy, like, or he could still be a slimy greaseball. But he's a slimy greaseball that could take her head off her shoulders. And that is what gives her pause and gives her like a, ooh.
Yeah.
But yeah, to that, it's just like, how did he come upon his child, that if he's out there I guess, being a warrior? She still has her theory that that's his sugar baby.
An interesting theory indeed.
Is that a theory that Samantha is Samantha just going to outright ask Thomas, like, wait, so how did you get where? I know it's a fucking baby. What the fuck's it doing here?
Yeah, in separate words, more so of like, so in between your proclivities with your clan and destroying some very powerful people, you entertain young people for fun, for pleasure.
Thomas is going to have this absolute look of disgust. No. If you were referring to Drew, she was rescued after the incident.
You rescued her
after
from
that. After that monster was taken down, she was found, and I took her in. I don't know what else he did to her.
So, Samantha, now it's seeming more like this man is not billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, but warrior, philanthropist. The facets of this jewel are unfolding before your very eyes. Does this information make Samantha see Thomas in a different light now?
Yes, absolutely. It's not so much philanthropist, playboy, wannabe gangster. It's slightly no, very still scummy because she didn't forget the comments that he made, but warrior in a form guardian. Like the term guardian comes to mind.
Reminiscent of the knights of old.
Yes.
And they say chivalry is dead.
Oh.
I only took one hostage. I could have taken two, but I only took one. Chivalry.
Chivalry is not dead. And the disgust on his face kind of soothes her as a balm just a little bit. And she'll just nod. Huh.
And Thomas, the only reason that I'm not having an insight check being rolled is because of, one, your very specific convictions, and two, the very specific tenets of your faith. Like, this is something that would have, this is a notion that would have actively disgusted Thomas. But he also knows that, like, yeah, perception is reality, so like I can understand why she saw this, but like I'm also going to make it clear that like that's not me.
Mm-hmm.
So like Samantha, it is clear that this man is disgusted at the notion that he would be entertaining a young woman for pleasure.
A young innocent woman of that nature.
Like the very notion kind of disgusts him to his core. It is that deep kind of disgust, the same way you have reacted to some of the things the label has wanted you to do.
Mm-hmm. And in her line of work, that's really what she knows. That's what she comes to expect. She hates it, but she has to tolerate it nonetheless.
And yet here is this man who would normally tick every single box that is demonstrating, no, that is not who I am. That is not what I am about. And how does that make Samantha feel?
Conflicted. There is a little bit of not guilt, or not, it's not shame, but maybe guilt. That she had it wrong, but also she had very valid reasons. And so she's just gonna kind of look at him. Her brows are furrowed. Her eyes kind of adjust to him, and eventually she'll go, "You're an anomaly."
Thomas, how does that make you feel?
On the one hand, yeah, he kind of relates to it. On the other hand, he's like, yeah.
Like, yeah, very much a like, yeah, no shit, I'm an anomaly. Like, I've been telling you this, and you're only just now realizing it. But you do, for a moment, catch that flicker of like, oh yeah, I might have been really wrong about this guy. What's that, Day? You were muted.
Aren't we all? One's got to wonder how many anomalies it takes before we're the normal ones.
I don't think there are ever going to be enough of us for us to not be considered an anomaly.
You might want to take a look around the city sometime.
What
And
do you suggest I look for?
I'm sorry, say again?
Chancellor Harold Dillard. And what do you suggest I look for?
Most of the kindred around here are anomalous. You haven't started wondering if there might be a reason for that. Or maybe you just haven't met enough of them.
The ones I've encountered have been strange. If that is truly the city, then it seems I have a lot of learning ahead of me.
Anyway, I hate to be in the way. I hope whatever has cleared your bias somewhat. I should get back to my ledger. Mr. Pierce. Make sure you're in some kind of color for the After-Five.
I promise you it won't be all black.
I mean, I will send you more clothes if I have to. Left and right know your sizes too.
I know, and I appreciate your contributions.
Anyway, didn't the lady say you owe her a dance lesson? That means take off your shoes, Pierce, because stepping on toes doesn't do no one any good.
It can hurt. Ask me how I know.
Thomas was gonna slip his shoes off then. Set them off to the side.
Well, lady, gentlemen, adieu.
And with that, Dillard toddles off, leaving the two of you alone to your dance lesson.
I imagine, and clearly, as demonstrated, you are much better at this than I am.
Yes, I am. And the the more mild voice and understanding tone just immediately dissipates, and there goes that vapid, cheery, almost whimsical persona again. I may not know much about your family, but this I can definitely help you with. I've trained for a long time. Yeah. And she'll take off her shoes as well. These would be like regular if you've seen what ballet dancers wear outside of
Ballet flats.
Yeah, basically. Like little cushioned ballet flats. She's gonna take those off, and she's actually going to pull out her point shoots and then finally grab the other pair and go, right. So let's start with the basics.
So we are going to treat this much like combat. It is going to be 3 and out, and we are going to do it twice. So, for our first round, Samantha, I would like for you to give me a dexterity and performance. Thomas, I would like a dexterity and athletics. Now, no combat, or no damage is going to be dealt, no willpower damage, no health damage. This is purely to see if Thomas is able to learn from Samantha.
Five with a crit.
5 with a crit is good. It's really good. It is enough to overcome the single success that Thomas got. While it feels as though you are dragging Thomas along.
Mhm.
Like, when this man said he had 2 left feet, boy, he was not kidding. This is almost painful. But Samantha, you are beauty, you are grace. You still want to kick this man in the face. But after a few moments, it does start to feel like maybe, just maybe, there might be something there that you can teach. So I am going to ask Thomas to give me that same roll again. And we are going to carry Samantha's crit. You will still have to roll a third time, but and Thomas, take an extra die for Samantha's impeccable teaching skills.
You're welcome.
Okay. Little bit.
2 is good. 2 is an improvement. 2 is an improvement.
He's improving.
And that is the feeling that Samantha gets. There is subtly less drag. Like, he's stiff. This is, but you can tell from the calloused hands, the way the man moves. This is a man that was built for fighting, not dancing. His movements are clipped, tight. They are the movements of a warrior, not the movements of a dancer. But he does still have a sharp, keen mind, and he is trying. He is putting in a concerted effort to learn.
I think she might make a quick comment on it. Like, he's improving, and she'll provide him with a little bit of praise. Like, there you go. That's it.
Okay.
And
Give me a charisma and leadership.
okay. All right.
It shouldn't be that bad of a roll. It should be at least 5 dice.
Three successes.
Okay.
And she'll
go ahead and make your comment.
so she'll, as she's like helping him guide along, she's giving him praise, and she'll, mention, your dancing is a lot like fighting. You move with your body, not against it.
Thomas, go ahead and give me one more dexterity and athletics. This time you're going to add 2 die to it.
Okay.
So you should be rolling 6.
Do I need to make a roll?
No, that was your third roll.
Okay, still 2.
Do you want to use willpower? We're getting near the end of the session, so you'll get it all back tomorrow.
Sure.
Go ahead and just hit reroll failures.
4.
Much better. Much, much better. Samantha, it seems as though your subtle praise and leadership has helped Thomas see that dancing is not all that dissimilar to fighting. You let your body kind of move as it needs to. And Thomas, you genuinely start to see that, like, this is no different than the hand-to-hand combat that you have learned. You are not, but in this, you are not fighting your opponent. You are anticipating your partner. You are letting them move you. You are still thinking strategically with some sort of tactics, but it is less to counter what they are doing and more to complement what they are doing. And you find that dancing doesn't come as unnaturally to you as you thought. If you just stop fighting it and let it happen, you're actually fairly smooth. There are certainly worse dancers out there. There are better, but there are significantly worse. Neither one of you are a Laurent or a Wendy, but don't release those pearls. You've read the stories.
Okay.
But that is not a dig at Vesper. That is just a statement of fact that, like, yes, there are better dancers out there.
It can be a statement of fact and still hurt.
That's fair. But that the two of you are actually doing rather well together. Thomas, you have not stepped on Vesper's toes. Vesper, you have not been bitchy catty. Like, the two of you actually seem to be getting along shockingly well here. How does that make you feel, Vesper?
It doesn't help her conflicted feelings, because part of her really wants to hate him, but she understands that now some of the hatred that she has is for people that are for actions by other people and not his. And so it might be a little unfair. But also some of his shitty comments.
Look, I'm not going to sit here and say Thomas has been the perfectly behaved gentleman his entire life, but you are right. Maybe, just maybe, there is part of your preconceived notions about Thomas and his family that are just as wrong as the preconceived notions that you've heard about Thomas's family towards yours. And Thomas, as the two of you are nearly gliding around the dance floor, what's going on in your mind?
Thomas doesn't mind it so much.
Right.
He does take this moment to look at her. I apologize for what I said to you at the garden party. It was crass, though I will admit your reaction was very amusing.
Oh, so he's not an asshole. He's just a pain in the ass. How does this sudden apology make Vesper feel?
It floors her. She would have never expected in a million years this man to apologize for a thing. She thought he meant it with his whole chest when he said it.
Go ahead and give me a composure and resolve.
Okay.
I'm about to do the funniest fucking thing. Well, we'll see what the dice bot says.
Okay.
This floors you so much, Samantha, that you lose your balance and nearly fall. Thomas, give me a strength and brawl. It's a shame you do not have relentless grasp, but 3 is good. As Vesper loses her balance and is ready to tumble ass over teacup to the ground, you kind of reflexively clench. And instead of her tumbling to the floor, you quite literally sweep her off her feet and set her back down. So instead of allowing her to fall, you save her. Quite gracefully, as a matter of fact. And Samantha, how's that feeling, buddy?
Ah. How was she supposed to feel?
That's not my call. That's your call.
Yes.
I know how I'd feel. I'd be completely calm and very natural about it.
Completely normal about it. I think there's a moment where she just like
Very, very mindful, very demure.
no, she's flabbergasted. Like it caught her off guard so much that she tumbled and then he caught her. She's just like
He caught her before
starstruck.
she had a chance to fully tumble.
Yeah. She's starstruck for a moment. Like
Don't look so surprised.
Oh, that was smooth. Oh, that was fucking smooth.
she is going to turn away before she'd feel the heat, the blood creeping to her cheeks. Right. Right.
And Samantha does feel that heat creep up her chest and into her cheeks. Thomas, go ahead and give me a wits and awareness. Vesper,
Yeah.
go ahead and give me a composure and subterfuge. The dice bot's like, I'm about to do the funniest fucking thing right now.
Okay.
Close.
So
close. You need to
so close. Thomas, you catch the blush. You clock that hard. She does her best to hide it. She disengages and turns away. But there is that brief moment where you see her cheeks flush. Before she fully has a chance to turn away. As she's disengaging to turn away, you watch the apples of her cheeks just visibly blush.
It was a good catch.
I wasn't going to let you fall.
Damn it, kid. Fuck.
Oh, Kit, I fucking love you, man. I fucking love it. This is the shit I live for.
She's gonna turn back her face. Yeah, she can't hide the blush. If you did, it would have been a good lesson to stay on guard. It's I needed for the I needed for the city.
As much fun as sniping at each other has been for me, we do need to get along better than we have been. Clearly, you have some preconceived notions about me.
You're right. I thought you
And,
were.
I have reinforced some of those, I know that.
Mr. Delbert did say not to judge you too harshly. I might have ignored some of it. To my downfall.
Some?
Shut. I may have ignored some of it. To your detriment, to my detriment. I'm sorry. You're right. We were handpicked by our prince. And we need to work together. And I don't think that leaves much room for acting like a child. As y'all have so graciously reminded me.
There is an element about you that won't work well in tomorrow's setting.
I'd venture to guess a few.
This whole vapid, what do you call it, your PR face, it's hollow.
I know. It's
also extremely off-putting.
It's not my favorite, I'll admit.
So there is more.
If there's one thing I understand very well, it is everywhere you go, you perform. Dillard was right, unsurprisingly. We're never quite out of the public eye.
And you are some sort of celebrity.
I have a label. Sometimes I receive orders from them. I hate the pigtails. Otherwise, I would have worn them here.
The pigtails are a bit much. So is the pink, for that matter.
I'm sure there's some equivalent to you and your family. But when you get an order or a recommendation from the label, it's not wise to ignore it. Not if you want to remain an artist.
I mean, there is an element of truth to that, Thomas. If the board tells you to jump, it is in your best interest to already understand how high.
That is, of course, something I understand. Not fond of it.
I would find you strange if you did.
I chose it.
We all make choices that aren't always in our best interest, don't we?
I didn't do it for my best interest.
If I may be so bold, Thomas, what did you do it for then? What did you do it for then?
I suppose I could. Did it for my brother.
Ah, yes. Poor simple Teddy. And how did that work out for him?
But that no longer matters now.
Family can mean a lot to us, Mr. Pierce. Is your brother still around?
No.
I see.
As I said, that no longer matters now. So we just keep going. Keep fucking going.
There'll be a moment, Thomas might catch it, that there's a flicker of guilt and empathy. Thomas is to his brother as Shiloh is to Samantha.
One might say, family is everything.
You keep going then. And so will we. So will I. Into tomorrow, that is.
And as the two of you chat and continue dancing, the night winds down. And you realize that it is time to make your way back to your respective havens. And Vesper, do you call a car? Or do you see if Thomas might offer a ride?
I feel like there would be plenty of time between when Samantha would change out of her shoes and open her phone to try to find some drivers available nearby.
Thomas would, of course, see that and offer to drive her.
Does Samantha accept?
Yeah.
Are we going to the clan haven, the coterie haven, or your haven?
Clan, coterie, or my personal haven. One moment.
While you're doing that, I have something special for Kit.
Mm.
As you exit out of the Society Hill Dance Academy, you look across the way at what can best be described as a rather large stone-pointed estate with one of those historical society placards out front. And it reads, Solmere Estate. And I'm going to pop that into our chat so that you know the proper spelling. And you can read the writing from across the street that Solmere Estate was once the home of a rather wealthy and influential family in the city. Some claim the very architects of the city. This was once the home of the Sexton family. And that it was gifted to the Historical Society when the Sextons moved to a humbler abode in 1905. So, Samantha, what is the consensus here?
Personal haven.
So, Thomas, you and Samantha get into Baby, and it is a very easy drive to Samantha's penthouse. Before we end our session, I have one very important question for the two of you. First, for Samantha, do you invite Thomas up?
No.
Okay. Thomas, is there anything else you wish to say to Samantha before she departs the car?
He's going to ask her if she would like him to pick her up tomorrow.
Samantha, would you like to be picked up tomorrow?
How generous of you to offer, Mr. Pierce. I would appreciate it. As she begins to exit out of the car, the last thing she would say to him before she shuts the door, gently, mind you,
Respectful and all. This is
Yeah.
clearly a car that the man has taken very good care of.
Mhm. She's going to lean in. If you haven't decided on a color yet, purple might be the way to go.
Okay.
So, here is where we are going to split our view as we wind down our session. Samantha, as you make your way up to your penthouse apartment, what is going through your mind?
It is a spinning rabbit on a wheel. There are so many thoughts powering and swirling in her brain. Like, what the hell was that? What was she thinking? What was he thinking? What is this?
As you're riding the elevator up, if you were mortal, girl, your heart would be beating out of your chest.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, even with the facsimile of the blush of life, you can kind of feel your heart race for what it is. Your cheeks are flush. There is that buzzing in the back of your brain as you try to piece together what the fuck just happened tonight. Because you went into it with a certain attitude, and boy, you came out with a very different one. And as you get up to your penthouse and you begin to kind of settle in and prepare yourself for day sleep, there is just that little nagging feeling in the back of your mind that you could not have been more wrong about this man. This very sturdy, handsome man.
It'll go away. It'll go away by the time
Sure.
comes back.
Sure.
It'll go away.
We'll blame it on the resonance.
Sold.
Just a bit of sanguine blood in me. That's really all it is. There's nothing here. There can't possibly be anything here, right?
No, it's very obvious
Right.
that he doesn't like
Right.
it.
Right?
Right. She's too busy anyways. No.
And we are going to pan back down the elevator shaft and into the parking garage and back to Thomas. Thomas, do you watch Samantha leave and walk to the elevator?
Yes, he makes sure she gets safely inside before he leaves.
And how is Thomas feeling?
Thomas is, I suppose, a slight sense of relief because she has finally shown him something other than that fake, cheerful exterior.
And
'cause
she
he
is
did
just
not like that. At all.
No. And when you got a peek behind the veneer, she's so vibrant and full of life, even for what we are. There is something about this one that you can't quite put your finger on. And the fact that she apologized in kind and said that she was wrong about you has got to strike a chord, right?
I mean, he appreciates that she did actually apologize.
I mean, I would too. So, as you begin making your way out, are you headed back to your personal haven, the Coterie Haven?
Yes, personal haven.
Personal haven. Go ahead and give me a wits and awareness, please.
Three.
Okay. For a few blocks, not near Samantha's haven, not near yours, but in transit, for a few blocks, turn for turn, you realize you are being followed by a cherry red 1970 Impala convertible.
Is it one that he recognizes, that he has seen before?
No. Well, you know what? me see something. Intelligence and wits.
Three.
You do remember once long ago, back in your mortal days, there was a woman you were quite heavily involved with, and you gifted her a 1970 Impala convertible in cherry red. It doesn't help that the car that's following you has Illinois license plates.
That's concerning.
But you make it back to your haven. They break off after a while. You make it back to your haven. Drew is puttering about. She makes mentions of she makes mentions that the Grand Madame's performance was par excellence this evening. And she toddles off to her room to get ready for day sleep as you prepare to wind down your evening. And with that, we will call this session of Philly by Night to a close. We're going to take a second. We're going to introduce our two players, and then we'll wrap things up. So we will start off with our beautiful blushing Rose this evening.
Howdy, hello. My name is Shazi. I played the character Samantha Vesper Nocturne. Yes, the beautiful blushing Rose of Philly by Night. Outside of the game, my name is Shazi. I go by Brat Khalifa on many different socials. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, and really anywhere that I want to be found. I make vampire content and just generally engage with the family there. So hopefully I'll see you over there. Got some new projects for you guys. Wait.
And our Ventrue this evening, our ever so smooth operator.
My name's Kit. Play Thomas Pierce. You can find me Kitsune Charms. Most places. There are some new places that I haven't started posting yet. We'll see. Mostly vampire content and some D&D. So if you can find Kitsune Charms, you could probably find me.
And as always, I am the lead ST here at Philly by Night. I also I ST the New Guard table where these two are prominent players. You could find me anywhere I want you to find me at either Einar_TTRPG or Where the Skies Are Blue at Instar's Orbit. You can also find us pretty much anywhere where we have a presence at Philadelphia by Night or at Philly by Night. Thank you all so much, both of my players, for turning in wonderful performances. Have a great night. And remember, just because we play monsters doesn't mean we can't be the light in somebody's world. Have a great evening.